Gentlemen, let's have an honest conversation about where your money actually goes when you buy clothes. For decades, we have been conditioned to believe that a high price tag and a recognizable logo equal quality. You walk into a luxury department store, you see a famous designer label, and you assume that the exorbitant price is for the fabric and the craftsmanship. Unfortunately, in 90% of cases, you are wrong. You are paying the marketing tax. You are paying for their billboards, their celebrity endorsements, and their prime real estate rent. For men over 50, this is a trap. We are at a stage in life where we don't need to prove our status with a giant golden buckle or a monogrammed chest. We need substance. We need quiet luxury. But where do you find it? If you look away from the flashy designer names, you enter the world of underrated brands, or what I call the specialist makers. These are companies that often do one thing, and they do it better than anyone else in the world. They don't spend millions on ads, they spend it on the product. Why does this matter for you? Because these brands understand the mature male body. They cut trousers that accommodate a changing waistline without looking baggy. They knit sweaters that hide the softness of age rather than accentuating it. And the best part? You get Loro Piana or Brunello Cucinelli quality for a fraction of the price. Today, I am going to reveal 5 of these hidden gems, from the masters of Italian linen to the architects of the perfect trouser. These are the brands that the most stylish men in Europe are actually wearing. Part 1. The Linen and Cashmere, King Luca Faloni, Italy. Let's begin with a fundamental truth about Italian style. It is built on the quality of the fabric. If the fabric is cheap, the outfit fails. Our first underrated brand is a game changer in this arena. Luca Faloni. If you walk into a boutique on Via Monte Napoleone in Milan to buy a high-end linen shirt or a 2-ply cashmere sweater, you are paying for the retail space, the staff, and the wholesale markup. Luca Faloni disrupted this model. They are a direct-to-consumer brand. This means they source their materials from the exact same prestigious Italian mills as the ultra-luxury giants like Loro Piana or Brunello Cucinelli. But they sell directly to you. No middleman. The result? You get a $500 quality sweater for $180. That is intelligent spending. For the man over 50, Luca Faloni is indispensable for 2 specific categories: linen and cashmere. Let's talk about the Portofino linen shirt. As we age, comfort becomes non-negotiable. Stiff, chemically treated cotton dress shirts can feel constricting. High-quality linen allows the skin to breathe, but most linen shirts look sloppy, collars collapse, and they look like pajamas. Luca Faloni solves this with the Paramontura collar. This is a one-piece collar construction that holds its shape perfectly, creating a beautiful, rolling arch that frames the face. It looks majestic under a blazer or worn on its own. It gives you that effortless Italian industrialist on vacation look. The fit is classic. It is not the suffocating slim fit pushed by trendy brands, nor is it a tent. It drapes over the midsection, hiding any softness around the waist while keeping the shoulders sharp. Then, there is the cashmere. They use 100% 2-ply cashmere from the Cariaghi mill and pure brushed cashmere from Piedmont. Why does this matter? Because cheap cashmere pills and loses shape after 3 wears. This cashmere is dense, robust, and incredibly soft. For a mature man, texture is your best friend. A cable-knit cashmere sweater adds visual bulk to the shoulders and chest, making you look broader and more athletic than you might actually be. It's a tactile luxury that signals status without a single logo. Styling this brand is simple because the products are designed to stand alone. Pair their navy linen shirt with cream trousers and loafers, and you are ready for any summer evening event. It is quiet luxury, in its purest form, premium ingredients, masterfully cooked, served without. Part 2. The Trouser Architect Incotex, Venice. If the shirt is the melody of an outfit, the trousers are the rhythm section. They provide the foundation. Yet, this is where 80% of men over 50 fail. We spend a fortune on jackets and shoes, but then we wear ill-fitting, cheap chinos that sag at the seat, the dreaded diaper butt, or cut into the waist. Gentlemen, you cannot build a mansion on a swamp. To fix this, you need to know one name: Incotex. Founded in Venice in 1951 and now the crown jewel of the Slowear Group, Incotex is widely regarded by industry insiders as the maker of the best trousers in the world. Why? Because for decades, that is all they did. While other brands were trying to sell lifestyle perfumes and accessories, Incotex was obsessing over the millimeter curve of a waistband. For the mature man, Incotex is a revelation because of their engineering. Let's talk about the rise, the distance from the crotch to the waistband. Cheap trousers often have a low rise, made for teenagers, which forces a man over 50 to pull them up awkwardly, accentuating the belly. Incotex masters the mid-rise. It sits naturally at your hip bone, holding the stomach in without cutting off circulation. The most magical detail, however, is the V-split, or V-notch, at the back of the waistband. If you look closely at the back of their tailored trousers, you will see a small V-shaped cut in the fabric. This is old-school sartorial technology. It allows the waistband to expand slightly when you sit down or after a heavy meal. It provides comfort exactly when you need it, preventing that feeling of being strangled by your own clothes. Their fabric selection is equally strategic. They are famous for their high-comfort cottons and chinolino, a blend of linen and cotton. These fabrics look like heritage materials, crisp, structured, and rich in color, but they contain a microscopic percentage of elastane. This gives the trousers a mechanical stretch. They move with you. You can squat, walk, or sit in a car for hours, and the knees won't bag out, and the seat won't sag. Aesthetically, Incotex defines quiet luxury. There are no logos on the back pocket. The only branding is a subtle metal loop near the belt loop, originally designed to hold the prong of your belt in place. Another genius detail. When you wear a pair of Incotex trousers in a shade like grige, gray beige, or dark olive, you elevate your entire look. A $50 t-shirt looks expensive when tucked into $400 Incotex trousers. A $3,000 jacket looks cheap when paired with $30 fast fashion pants. Stop buying 5 pairs of mediocre pants that lose their shape after a month. Buy 2 pairs of Incotex in navy, 1 in khaki or gray. Alter the hem to a no-break or slight break length. Suddenly, your legs look longer, your seat looks lifted, and you look like a man who understands proportion. Part 3. The outerwear legend Valstar, Milan. We arrive now at the most challenging category for men over 50, casual outerwear. This is where many gentlemen get lost. You likely have a wardrobe full of formal suit jackets that feel too stiff for a Sunday brunch, and perhaps some nylon windbreakers or hoodies that make you look like you are going to the gym. You are stuck between banker and teenager. The solution to this dilemma lies in Milan, with a brand founded in 1911, Valstar. Valstar is not just a brand, it is the custodian of an icon. In 1935, they took the rugged A1 flight jacket worn by American pilots and reimagined it through the lens of Italian tailoring. They created the Valstarino. Why is this specific jacket the holy grail for the mature man? Because it perfectly balances two opposing forces: ruggedness and elegance. The silhouette is military short, fitted, with a button front, never a zipper, which looks sportier, and two patch pockets. It broadens the shoulders and trims the waist. However, the material is pure luxury. They typically use unlined goat suede. For a man over 50, unlined suede is a miracle material. Unlike a stiff cowhide biker jacket that takes years to break in, a suede Valstarino feels like a heavy cardigan or a second skin the moment you put it on. It has no structure, so it molds to your sloping shoulders and changing posture comfortably. It offers the dignity of a blazer but the comfort of a sweater. The genius of Valstar lies in its versatility. This is the ultimate chameleon piece. You can wear a sand or tobacco-colored Valstarino over a white dress shirt and a knit tie, and you will look smarter than 90% of men in cheap suits. Or, you can throw it over a simple white t-shirt and jeans, and you suddenly look like a movie star from the 1960 seconds. It is the definition of sprezzatura. It looks effortless. Let's talk about cost per wear. Yes, a genuine Valstar jacket is an investment. But unlike a trendy designer bomber jacket that will look ridiculous in 2 years, the Valstarino has remained virtually unchanged for nearly 90 years. It is immune to trends. Furthermore, high-quality suede develops a patina over time. The little scuffs, the darkening at the elbows, the way the collar settles, these imperfections tell the story of your life. A pristine jacket has no soul. A lived-in Valstar has character. When shopping, look for the classic suede models in earth tones: coffee, sand, navy, or moss green. Avoid the nylon versions if you want the true, quiet luxury experience. This is the jacket that signals you have graduated from fast fashion. You are no longer chasing the new. You are investing in the permanent. Part 4. The Elevated Basic Sunspel, England. We have covered the jacket, the trousers, and the knitwear. Now, we must address the foundation of your wardrobe, the basics. I am talking about the humble t-shirt and the polo shirt. Most men treat these items as disposable. They buy them in packs of 3 from a supermarket or a mass-market retailer, wear them until they lose their shape, and throw them away. For a man over 50, this is a mistake. A cheap, ill-fitting t-shirt makes you look sloppy. A cheap polo shirt with a curled collar makes you look like you gave up. To solve this, we cross the channel to England, to a brand founded in 1860, Sunspel. Sunspel is the definition of elevated basics. They are not trying to reinvent the wheel, they are just making the wheel out of gold. They are textile innovators who have spent over 150 years perfecting the feel of cotton against the skin. Let's start with the item every man wears but rarely respects. The white t-shirt. Why pay $90 for a Sunspel t-shirt when you can get one for $10? The answer lies in their proprietary fabric. Q82. This is a long staple cotton jersey that is twisted to remove all impurities and loose fibers. The result is a fabric that feels like silk but behaves like cotton. For a mature man, skin sensitivity increases with age. Rough, cheap cotton can be irritating. Sunspel feels therapeutic. Furthermore, the fit is engineered for the adult male body. It has a classic neck that never sags. A sloppy neck is the first sign of a cheap shirt. The sleeves hit the bicep at the perfect flattering point, and the torso is cut to skim the body, not strangle it. But the crown jewel of Sunspel is the Riviera polo shirt. You might recognize this item. It was specifically tailored for Daniel Craig in his debut as James Bond in Casino Royale. Before this, Bond often looked stiff. Sunspel created a polo made from a unique warp-knit cotton mesh, Q75. Unlike the heavy, thick peak fabric used by American brands like Ralph Lauren or Lacoste, the Riviera mesh is incredibly lightweight and breathable. It was designed for the heat of the French Riviera. Why is this essential for men over 50? Because it creates a sharp silhouette without the stiffness of a dress shirt. The collar is self-facing, meaning it stands up on its own and looks fantastic under a jacket. You can wear the Riviera polo with your Incotex trousers and a blazer, and you look ready for a business meeting. Take the jacket off, and you are ready for the beach club. Finally, we must mention Sea Island cotton. This is the rarest cotton in the world, grown in the Caribbean. Sunspel is one of the few brands with access to it. It is often called the cashmere of cotton. If you want to treat yourself to the ultimate luxury underwear or t-shirts that feel lighter than air, this is where you invest. Sunspel teaches us a valuable lesson. Luxury is not always about what others see, it is about what you feel. When your base layer is perfect, you walk with more confidence. Stop buying disposable basics. Buy fewer, buy better, and buy Sunspel. Part 5. The Artisan Shoe, Velasca, Milan. We conclude our journey at ground level, your shoes. There is an old saying in menswear, you can judge a man by his shoes. And sadly, the judgment for many men over 50 is harsh. You are likely overpaying for designer shoes from big fashion houses' footwear that is often glued together, made of corrected grain leather, plastic-coated, and sold for $800 simply because it has a famous name stamped on the sole. Or, you are wearing uncomfortable dress shoes that hurt your back and feet. It is time to meet the disruptor of Italian footwear. Velasca. Founded by Enrico Casati and Jacopo Sebastio in Milan, Velasca was born from a frustration that resonates with all of us. Why are high-quality handmade Italian shoes so expensive? The answer, again, was the middleman. Velasca went straight to the source, the artisans in Montegranaro, a small town in the Marche region known as the Shoe Valley of Italy. These are the same families that have been making shoes for generations for the most expensive brands in the world. For the man over 50, Velasca offers two critical advantages: comfort and timeless shape. First, let's talk about construction. Many high-end British shoes use Goodyear welting. While durable, they can be stiff, heavy, and require a painful break-in period. As we get older, our feet become less tolerant of pain. We want comfort now. Velasca specializes in Blake rapid construction. This is a uniquely Italian technique. It stitches the sole to the upper from the inside. The result? A shoe that is incredibly durable and resolable, but flexible and lightweight right out of the box. You don't have to suffer for 3 weeks to wear them comfortably. Many of their models also feature Vibram rubber soles that look like leather from the side, but offer the grip and cushioning of a sneak-era lifesaver for your knees and lower back. Second, the shape of the shoe. This is where trends kill style. Fashion brands often make shoes that are too pointy, looking like elf shoes, or too chunky. Velasca sticks to the classic Italian round almond toe. It is not aggressive. It is balanced. It looks just as good with your Incotex trousers as it does with denim. Their specific models are icons of quiet luxury. The Commenda penny loafer is legendary. In Milan, Commenda is a slang term for the boss businessman. It captures that relaxed authority. Or the Gem, their Chelsea boot, which hugs the ankle perfectly without restricting movement. The price point is the final selling point. Because they sell directly to you, a pair of Velasca shoes costs around $250, $350. In a traditional retail model, these exact same shoes would sit on a shelf for $700 plus. This allows you to build a rotation of high-quality footwear without bankrupting yourself. Velasca's motto is Bello e fatto bene, beautiful and well-made. It is a philosophy that rejects the fast fashion cycle. They don't release 50 new styles every season. They refine the classics. For a man over 50, this is exactly what you need: reliability, artisan quality, and a style that commands respect without shouting for attention. Gentlemen, the era of being a walking billboard is over. As we mature, our style should shift from seeking attention to seeking appreciation. The 5 brands we discussed today, Luca Faloni, Incotex, Valstar, Sunspel, and Velasca, represent a shift in mindset. It is a shift from brand name to brand value. It is about understanding that true luxury is not a logo printed on a chest. It is the feeling of Sea Island cotton against your skin, the drape of perfectly cut linen, and the comfort of a shoe stitched by a human hand. Stop giving your hard-earned money to corporations that spend it on celebrity marketing. Give it to the makers. Give it to the artisans who have spent generations perfecting their craft. Build your wardrobe with these quiet giants, and I promise you, you will not only look better, but you will also feel the difference every single day. If you are ready to upgrade your standards, subscribe to the channel. Let's bring dignity back to menswear.